The moment y'all start realizing that America don't care, and the system is not necessarily against you, it's actually operating the way that it's meant to operate. It's just most people operate the system as an employee because that's sort of kind of what you taught growing up, you know what I'm saying, during your childhood, and depending on, whatever your parents taught you, you sort of kind of conditioned that way to think like an employee, but to never ever think like an owner. Now, a lot of y'all need to come to terms with the truth, right? America itself is a business. America don't care about the people. It cares about the money that it can generate so that it can stay on top, right? Above, China and other places around the world. And so many people lack the proper knowledge on how the world operates, right? And a lot of people are literally docile and obey to what is told to them, unfortunately. Now, one of the things that you have to try your best to do is try your best to stay focused out here, because it is extremely easy to get distracted, right? It is extremely easy to get caught up in the mix and get caught up in what everybody else is doing, and then start to lose sense of what your purpose is in this world, right? People, let me not speak for everybody. Me, for myself, as an individual person, I have to continue to move with a sense of urgency, and I need to continue to embrace the momentum that this channel is now gaining, because this is what I asked for, right? I'm building a business. I'm able to reach more people. I'm able to help more people. And I know that, number one, let's just say the 9 to 5 system, I know that that system is rigged. So I'm able to share those messages on to the masses of people, whether y'all want to believe it or not. Everybody could believe in retirement and a pension and Social Security and all that stuff, right? But all in the same token, they're sitting there telling us that Social Security will eventually run out. They're sitting there telling us, they're showing us that jobs don't care about you. Your job is not certain, And if you're not an owner, if you don't own stocks, if you don't own real estate, if you're only trading time for money, it is going to be very, very hard for you to get ahead. Rich and wealthy people don't care about the prices of eggs or how much chicken costs at the supermarket, or they don't care about those things. It's more so the working class, because the working class works for wages to help a company get rich and wealthy, right? And majority of people don't own stocks. Yes, you can sit there and say, well, I got a 401k. Whoop-de-doo. They make you wait until you're a certain age to even touch your 401k, or else you get penalized. Right? So your 401k is not going to be your savior. You have to invest as much as you can. And I get it, you get an employer match. Okay, that's cool. I'm like, whatever, do what y'all do. But as a working class citizen, you have to find a way into the ownership class, so that, God forbid, if the job was to get rid of you, you still have assets, you still have stocks, you still have real estate, and you've learned how to develop the skills of ownership. America is it's a game, it's a system that's designed for asset owners, real estate owners, business owners, not employees. You don't get rich off of hourly wages. You don't get rich off of a $25 an hour job. That actually keeps you in survival. You get rich through assets. You get rich through systems, through the money working for you 24/7. Why do you think that we have all of these old people in office that are determining what the world is going to be? They're doing all this shit to try to destroy my generation and the next generation, Gen Z, right? To make life harder for us, because obviously they're getting old. So yeah, go figure. But they want to make life as hard as possible. They want it to be a race division or a generational division, but in reality it's like, y'all never taught us the game. And don't get me wrong, now, yes, the information is out there. We got YouTube, we got Instagram, we got Facebook. There's people that's willing to help out. Y'all can't just think everything is just like against you, right? You can't think that way. You have to say, all right, how can I take the information in and apply it to my life? Let's just say hypothetically, you go read Rich Dad Poor Dad. How are you going to use that information on your day-to-day life? You go read or listen to The Richest Man in Babylon. How are you going to use that information on your day-to-day life? Right? You open up a brokerage account. Are you going to start investing your money, or are you only going to constantly focus on having fun and going to party and going to do the same shit that you've been doing that's not bringing you a return on investment? And I tell you this often, melanated people, we need to be the main ones investing, because they know they want you to believe that you can't get rich. Who's they? Powers that be, when in reality the power is in us, it's in the people, right? The media, this is why they always push the negativity with the stock market. The stock market lost this amount of money. The stock market is down this amount. This is all negativity. Any of these algorithms that's constantly pushing negativity is to get your mind to be distracted. We know that we live on a planet where there is negative things that happen, but there's also positive things that happen. We know that we live on a planet where these people really just want power and control. They don't give a fuck about your suffering. They don't care about what you're going through. They don't care about your mental well-being. The job don't care how low they're paying you. They just want you to help them make profits. In reality, America has put profits over the people. But me being one person, I'm only one person, bro. I just try my best to send y'all the messages, all while navigating my own life, right? I try my best to send y'all the messages that y'all need to hear. You cannot be afraid to get into the stock market, but blow your money, spend your money on things that don't matter. The rich and the wealthy pay themselves first and then spend what's left. Regular people spend their money and don't invest at all, and then complain and say the system this, the system that, this and the third. The system is operating the way that it is supposed to operate. I'm telling y'all, you get a job just over broke, you get your paycheck, the money doesn't move. It obviously it deposits into your bank account, but it doesn't move, meaning the money isn't making you more money. The only way the money is going to make you more money is if you know how to steward it and you put it into investments. That's the only way. Yeah, you can open up a high yield savings account, but you need to have a lot of money in that high yield savings account for you to even make money off of that bread. You might make a couple dollars here and there, but... And we need to focus on other sources of income. We can't just only strictly focus on our job, and that's the only source of income, because now the job has full control over your financial life. This ain't taught to you in school for a reason. You're conditioned, you're programmed to be an employee, to work, to make somebody else richer than what they already are. And they give you the scraps. That's why you get paid last. You get paid either every week or every 2 weeks. That is getting paid last. The business gets paid first. So you have to try your best to operate your life as a business. Pay yourself first. You deserve it. Nobody's coming to save you. Nobody cares. Nobody gives a fuck about what you're going through. You have to realize that. Out there in the real world, nobody cares, bro. You have to get rich. You don't have a choice. Yes, life will cost more money. They want to price the people out. The rich and the wealthy run the world. So what do you think they want the world to be? Rich and wealthy. They don't want, you know what I'm saying? Like, just think about it psychologically. And you don't have to look rich. You don't got to try to impress people because people don't care. As deeply as y'all think they do not care. America is not your savior. The educational system doesn't care. They don't teach you about finances. They don't teach you about anything. They just teach you how to be a worker. So you got to find a way to be an investor and stick to that. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave some comments below. Thank y'all for rocking out with me. I love y'all. Real talk.